The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tiger Technician Hour with your host, Basil Chapman. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Now, Basil Chapman.
Good morning, everyone. Basil Chapman here on this Thursday, the 3rd of July. Quite exciting. We're looking at the Dow trying to get to that 45,073 all-time high. So far, the high today is 44,779. Ooh. 200 and about, let's call it 300 points away. Could do that in an eye blink, but it's not going to be all that easy. There are a lot of things, just a lot of cross currents, just very short term, that say that it's going to happen very quickly. I've got this as a left side, right side price time match going to Monday as the chance, but on the weekly chart, goes to Monday as well. So we'll see if that's going to be the pattern that we're looking at. A couple of things that are really important. So let me just run this. Just got a message there. Okay, here we go. So the Dow is up almost 300 points at 44,780. We're looking at the QQQ, which... Well, let me do the S&P first. S&P, because now we've got the show. This is not the update. They had a peak G/C, and now you got that D. And that's what happens in this particular pattern in the Chapman methodology. I've been through this many, many times. When you get a move that goes very strongly and you can get a G, but there's also a chance that you've got a left side starting point from a low bar that's gone to a buy mode. Most of the time, not always, but most of the time, you're going to get that D. Then you've got to be a bit careful. So here we are in leg D at 62.71, up 44 with a left side high of 61.47.43 right there. That was back on the week of the 21st of Feb. Comes down really sharply to the 4,800 level. Whoosh, it comes back and it takes out that left side low. Now, I need to show you this pattern right here. So this is like going to be Technical Friday, except it's a Thursday. So let me show you the pattern. So I'm always looking at three core formations in the market. One is a straight line up and a straight line down. The other is a cup formation. It could be a V-shaped pattern, but you're going from one level down and then back to that level. And the third one is where you're going from one level all the way up and you're coming arching over and you come down. It could be an inverted V like a pyramid, or it could be an arch. So there's one pattern straight up, straight down, one pattern coming from a level, going down and then coming back to that level, and then the exact opposite where you're coming from one level up and then coming back. If you put them together, 1 and 2 or 1 and 3, in this case 1 and 3, you get this H pattern, and we call it the dreaded H. Why? Because if you take out that left side low, especially if you've gone to a peak A or a B and then rolled over and taken out the left side low, if you close under that left side low for a couple of bars, there's a good chance you can go 1-to-1 to the downside. Well, on the upside, you've got 1, which is up. Then you've got 2, which is the cup formation or V-shaped formation. If you take that left side high out, now, Technical Friday, so I'll talk about this technically. In a V-shaped pattern, because there's the severity of the move down and the momentum of the move up, it's almost as if you've gone immediately from the first gear into, well, of course, now with electric, you've gone straight up with building momentum that's continuous without slowing down and then starting and slowing down like you do in a cup formation. If you soar through the left side high, especially if it's 2 or 3 bars, doesn't matter whether it's 1 minute or whether it's a 5 minute or it's a monthly chart or a yearly chart, if you go through it, my rule of thumb is if you go through it and close above it 2 out of 3 bars, that's usually a nice break to the upside. Well, it's the exact opposite on the downside. Well, wait a minute. What have we done? We've just powered right through the left side high of 6147.43 for the second time. Last week, we closed above that level. This week's the second. There's no way that we're going to go back. I shouldn't say that. You never know, right? We've got another almost 3 hours. Anyway, very little likelihood. So that says within 3 bars, you've closed above that. That's usually very good. And what it says is you've turned the space of support of 61.47 into the start of some really important support. Oh, you could go a little bit lower, but that whole level is where you start. That's your cushion. That's your trampoline, right? So that's very positive. Look at the QQQ. It's only in leg B for the second week in a row. That's the second bar. So we've already accomplished that. So that turns 540.81. We're at 556.11 right now. That turns that into support. So, and the monthly chart's the same thing for both of them, except the monthly chart, we've only had one full candle above. We've still got the whole month to go to see if it's above. All right, so I just wanted to show you a technique that I use, and it's pertinent right now. Now, the next thing we wanted to look at was the SMHs. So a little bit of relief there for the tariffs, etc. And where are we? At this point, I'm just calling it a leg F for the upside. I don't have to do any alterations. We did have 1, 2, 3. There was an instant restart, so this could be a new buy mode, but it doesn't matter. It's a buy mode in place. Weekly chart powers right through the 269.66 February high, and we're at 284.42, up 3.17 right now. Very big move. Weekly chart, though, has 283.97 as the all-time high. Aha! So that means we have just broken to an all-time high in the semiconductors. That is really important, but it's the first week, and it's a different pattern altogether. It's the dreaded H that turned into a very positive cup formation, very crazy shape cup formation, or a V-shape, lopsided V-shape formation, but it's still very good. All right, let's go on to so I had a question, and I'll do it right now. And the question was, would you be looking at Home Depot if rates are coming down? Well, actually, then I should go to rates right now. So if rates are coming down at this point, they're going up a little bit because the TLT is down 62 cents at 86.97. So the TBT, the inversion, is now up at 3.588, 35.88. Up 51 cents. So that kind of puts pay to that just for the moment. So I'd say that we have to see how we are during my show. So Home Depot, it's really one of the key companies when it comes to building, and certainly home repairs, etc. Home Depot, HD, symbol, building materials, just appliances, home, electric, everything that you want, right? Excuse me. So, as I see it, I would hold off doing anything right now. I haven't got any real proof that Home Depot has started a new buy mode in the daily. Yep, it's a buy signal, but not a buy mode. And if you put it together with NAIL, which is NAIL, which is the 3 times long the home builders and suppliers, that's a real nice move, but it's already gone to a peak D. The weekly chart is improving. It's a better daily pattern than Home Depot. I'll talk a little bit more about it because a couple of people have now just said to me, can we look at others? I'll be back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Folks, we're back. So we're looking at, let me just go back to where we were. Just had a question, so I'm going to go there. So nail, N-A-I-L is the symbol. Let me just do this now because I don't want to, I want to be able to mark it directly related to market as it stands right now. Yeah, okay. So within the context of the home builders, you've got NAIL doing quite nicely. And all I can say is that I don't know if it's ready for a bigger move just yet. And this is tough for me because normally I would like to say start a position here as we did with those Toll Brothers and all that. And if it moves up, you can add to it. But this is a little different because that weekly chart, although it's improving, it's got a lot of work to do. So I'm just going to suggest at this particular point, I have to do some work, and I want to go through, for instance, look here. Here's Toll Brothers pulling back from a peak E, but only by a little bit at 118.74, down $1.52. Here is Lennar. Goes to a leg, could be a B, but it could also be an E, and it's pulled back real sharply, down 352 at 111.71. This almost looks like peak A, peak B, peak C, and quick peak D to the 200-period moving average in the weekly chart that it's run out of energy. So I'm a little hesitant to do that right now. So I'm going to hold off for another day between Home Depot and Nail. And all I can say is that within the context of what we're looking at, it's really important, I think it's really important, to be able to look at a move that occurs now where you've got a lot of stocks that have done fantastically, like a Robinhood, pulling back today from a leg D to a peak D, excuse me, at 94.38, down 362. And the weekly chart still powerful. Monthly chart broke to an all-time high. Very, very good action. I would just say you've got a rotation going on, and GE is up 253 today at 247.30, but it really has pulled back from the potential double top at 257.47 on the 6th of June to the 60.55 high to the end of June, and now it's kind of digesting gains. So as I see it, IWM is where I'm looking, because this has had a very, very good breakout to the upside, certainly in the weekly chart, and therefore I think there's going to be a rotation, a kind of a corrective move with maybe not serious declines in these big leaders, but stalling there, and maybe we start to see some action in the IWM finally, and KRE. And KRE is the regional bank, S&P Regional Banking ETF, a very strong leg C in the daily, leg B in the weekly, and finally you've got some action that says, hey, this is good action. This is what you've been waiting for. We aren't in this, but we do have Bank of America in the more serious, the money center banks going to a leg D, just underneath the 50.11 all-time high, which is our target. The high today is 49.31. I think it will get there, but it's kind of taking, I wouldn't say it's taking its time. This has been a really good move, but it isn't there yet. All right? So that's the way I'm looking at it. So maybe so let me just go to BZH, because that was one that I looked at the other night. I thought, it's a laggard. Maybe it's like the way we treated Bank of America instead of going for JP Morgan. I said, percentage-wise, we might see an even greater move in Bank of America, even though it's not a leader, and in a sense, that's kind of what we've got. So BZH is trading at 23.57, 200-period moving average is at 24.40. Yeah, I think there is room to move up, but I've got a feeling that it's going to be sporadic. They're going to be sudden moves that you have to be in to appreciate them, and at the same time, I'm not sure just how high they're going to go from here, but that's an area that I'm looking at, that whole area of the home builders, because you can look at Builder, BRDLR, which is Builder's first source. They do building materials, etc. Look at that monthly chart, horrible. Look at the weekly chart, improving. Look at the daily chart, looks great, except that no, there's no real except that I would anticipate there's a bit of a pullback. So this is what I'm going to say. I like the idea of Home Depot. I like the idea of nails, the 3-time long, the builders. But I'm also looking at, I'd rather let this day complete and spend the weekend just having a look at the different areas to see if this is a rotation that has the weekly charts starting to improve enough to say this is a move that doesn't last just another week or two, but it can go on for a few weeks. That's the kind of move I'm looking for if I'm going to go into anything that's lifted off very nicely from the daily charts, but the weekly charts and monthly charts need a lot. So I'm backing away. Usually I'm right in there saying start a bit. I'm just going to say you could start a position. Your question was Home Depot. It's not breaking down. The technicals are still very good on the daily chart. So it's at 369. Maybe that's a safer way to do it. The weekly chart doesn't really say that yet. It will if we can get to 381 and it's at 369. I don't know if I want to give up 12 points. Yeah, hold off. Monday we can come back with something. I'm just going to hold off. I'm checking out. I don't usually, but right now I wanted to do that. Next question came in XPEV. So first I'll go to FXI. Remember I said arching over, it's done very nicely, but I got to watch this closely. I had a Chapman wave unconventional fact-based restart. It's still in place because what happens from this pullback right here after the instant restart, very sharp pullback, every time it rallies, it keeps coming back. It's like a spike. It's like Bart Simpson's hairstyle, the spiky move that keeps coming back. So that's what I'm watching closely. So all I can say is that if there is a move, it's at 36.33, down 36 cents right now. Any day next week, if it just tags 37.50, that is outstanding action. Right? And it's going towards the upper band of this big rectangle formation. But if it stalls, then I'm just going to say to you, you've got to be careful because if it takes out 38.32, if it closes under 37.65, it's probably going to come down a little further than that because it's like a magnet. The whole area of the 35s is really like a big magnet. So the question was XPEV, Chinese, excuse me, design, Chapman. It's the designs, develops, manufactures smart EVs, trying to rally off this low. I think it's kind of stuck. I think the whole area is kind of stuck for now. So I'm just looking at it and I'm saying, what if? So what if at 1853, the high today was 1911. What if in the next 2-3 sessions going into, say, Tuesday or Wednesday of next week, it manages to tag 19.37? 1947 was an important move just recently. But if we can go to 1937, what would I say? I'd say that's a big improvement, but it has to get to 20.20 to really break to the upside. And then I'll say that's a buy signal that's probably has the potential to go to a buy mode. Right now, I don't even have a buy signal. But what I can say is if it closes under $17.80 next week, that's a problem. All right, I'll be back in a moment. Basil Chapman, Tiger Technicians Hour on this last day of the week, shortened day. Dow's up 318. S&P's up 44. Good action. I'll be right back.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the Opening Call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening Call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Tiger Technicians Hour is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day, Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
So a question about GLXY, Galaxy Global. It's a call center and answering services company. This is going to be very interesting for a couple of reasons. Excuse me. So it's got, first of all, it's fascinating because this is where you have people with these very thick foreign accents, and they'll have these very anglicized names. So it's quite, and they have the script. It's a very formal script that they run by. But I guess it's really important to be able to have some people answering live rather than the robots. So I don't know if these guys do that, but it reminded me of that. What I am looking at here is the cup formation, kind of running out of speed because it's taking its time it's at 21.1922 right now, down 22 cents. It's really got to get into this whole area of 24 to 24 into 24 to 25, which is the high of the 22nd of June. And what I'm looking at here is that the MACD is good, the relative strength is good, 9's over the 4, price is way over the 9, stochastic is good, but that on-balance volume is very weak. So that to me is just like a little hesitation there. What happened? Okay. And so within this context, what I am looking at here is the weekly chart. I drew this in some time ago. It had a larger rectangle than the one I drew. So it's just stuck in a range. I would say this is one of those, and the person who asked me does have very long-term outlooks on many stocks. So as a long-term position, the 9 and 14, the MACD are all rising in the monthly chart, but the stochastic's very weak. On-balance volume there has been very good. I'm just going to say that this is a story where you can have a position, but be prepared. It could go sideways it's been weeks and weeks. It could go on for weeks and weeks. So what you really want is to break into the 24s. You want to get to 24.30. Then you can tackle that high that was made in May, that was in the 26s. But it could also suddenly stall and go down to 21. I would just say that if it breaks under 1950 in the next week and a half, it is already stuck. So you want speed to be on your side right now so that you can actually look at it not just as an intermediate term buy, but as a short that improves the weekly candle a lot. So you remember that long-legged doji candle? I'd say that if it can go to 24.73 and hold there on a closing basis any day, that would be really positive. It could shoot up to the 26s quite quickly. So there's a candle, another one that had the same candle, and I said, which one was it? Let me think about that, because there's another good example of this Chapman wave technique of the long wick. So yeah, I'm just saying to you, hold it if you're in it, but be prepared that it can go on for a long, long time. And but if it does start to break into the 24.50 or higher area, that's finally what you want to see, because then it should go tag the 25 to 26 area, and that really improves the monthly chart. I hope that helps you. So what was the BBAI. BBAI, this is what I was talking about. You remember this monthly chart that I was looking at? And I said, if it can get into the halfway marker of this particular candle, halfway marker is just right there. And the 7, I think I said 7, if it can close above 750, preferably if it holds for 60 minutes or more above that level, but especially if you can close on a daily basis, then there's a really good chance that quite quickly it'll want to go to that 10-16 high of the week of February the 14th. So it's trading right now. It's up 31 cents. It actually had a big spike earlier this morning to 8.28. I should, just for reference point and for clarification, we have been long since $5.09. It's trading right now at just about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about six or seven sessions ago. And here it is. I would say up, it did hit 8.28. So going from the 5s to the 8s, That's $3. I mean, you're talking about 60 something. This is a big percentage move to the upside. But most importantly, this is where you want speed. And this is exactly what I'm talking about, that the stock we were looking at, that was the symbol was GLXY. This is what you want. Now there's a chance for this weekly chart to improve so that the monthly can start to tackle over the next month or two, can go towards the 10-16 high. Now, on a daily basis, I had another question about this, so I may as well just follow it up because it's Technical Friday. So we've taken real nice profits in this, but I wanted to not take too much money off. I wanted to keep it. I made the mistake in Robinhood, took a little money. We got it at 16s and ran all the way to 99. We weren't as fully invested as we should have been. I'm upset about that. We did have one, but we just suddenly got stopped out, and that was unfortunate. So in this one, I'm trying my best. Big Bear Inc. It does AI technology, specializing in national security, and it also does something else. What did I read about? Oh, all the airports now. It's the security. That's one of the reasons why it might have moved up, because it's become a favorite at airports for security. So just the analysis of the security, that's what it does very well, very quickly too. So within the context of what we're looking at right now, this is the leg A. Yes, it could be an instant restart because within 2 bars it went above that leg D, but I'm not even putting the alternate count. Let's just treat it as a leg E. The on-balance form is a little bit overbought. The stochastic's fabulous at 88%. The MACD is very strong and still expanding. The relative strength is at a high. It's really good. And the price is way above the 9. The 9 is way above the 14. So far, that's good. I'd like to keep as much as possible. We will probably add to it on some pullback for those people who didn't get in and would like to get in. I like this. This is in the area. We do have AIQ, which is in the area of AI, artificial intelligence. It's trading at, it hit a 44 round number high today. Our target has been the 42.78 high of February, the week of the 21st. It surpassed that. And this is exactly what I'm talking about, that inverted V-shaped pattern. This is the V-shaped pattern that went right through, and now 42.78 to about 41. Well, I put 40.52, which is the 14-period moving average. That's kind of your support right now. So it's in a leg E. So yeah, this is what we're seeing in this BBAI is kind of what I thought we would see in the Global X Artificial Intelligence ETF, right now going to an all-time high. But I would have expected that this at 43.92 would actually have been at 53 or even 63, based on, if you had to do a Google search on the word, on the 2 letters AI, I mean, that must have been the most popular thing over the last 6 months, certainly up until about 2-3 months ago. That's all you heard. And yet, this has really not performed the way I thought it would. That's because it's a composite of many others. So the Dow's at 352. Oops. Yep, 352. The S&P's at 46. I'll be right back. Basil Chapman, Tiger Technicians.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the Opening Call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening Call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. an amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Yeah, so look at this. This is a Technical Friday, so let me go through this quickly. So here's yesterday's action in the 10-minute E-mini. Right here, it crosses positive. That's, wait a minute, whoop. That's the second, and it's at... Oh, no, it was this one here, right here. So I wondered, when it crossed positive yesterday, I had the patience to sit there and say, okay, got long, and this is the E-mini, and that 9-period moving average went all the way, it actually went through, and I even flashed the thing last at about 3:49 in the afternoon, just before the close, to say, I think we've got a Chapman wave 352 coming. Let's see what happens if at 352 it's over a certain number, and it was, and it went really nicely all the way through to the closing high, and that was important. This morning I thought, I think we might even have a chance of that today, but because of my show and because I was a little impatient, I got in correctly, and then I got out a little too early, and I should have been just sitting with this. Look, the 9-period moving average is still green, and you're already in leg D in the 10-minute chart, and there's no sign yet about anything other than maybe a little bit of a pullback. It's at 63.22 with 63.13 to 63.10. It's really important near-term support. Impatience, that's all. Well, I was doing my show. I didn't want to get everything blathered. Okay, so let's go on. A question about AGEN. Yes, AGEN. We did this yesterday. Where is it today? Agenus Inc. Immuno-Oncology. Whoa, nice leg A. That's the pattern we were looking at before. We said the potential lopsided cup formation. And now let me do this left side, right side price time match as I do it with my technique. And it says that there's a chance that by next week, I don't know if I'm going to be right, but I'll just do this. That's a little aggressive. Yeah, that says by the 9th of the 10th, there's a chance that it tags. Yeah, that it starts a leg D, maybe next week above $6.35. It goes to $6.36 for starting a leg D, and that would happen by about, I think by about Wednesday of next week. We'll see what happens. I'll draw this in. We've got that. In fact, you know what, just for fun, because, if you're wrong, you're wrong. If you're right, you're right. But you do your homework and you see what happens. So this is Chapman Wave inside wedge target repellent line. And I'm just going to type in here, just for fun, I'll do this. What's the date today? At $5.70 on the 7/3/25 at, I was typing away. What happened? I'll do it again. 70 cents. And this is 7/3/25 at what time is it? 10:45 a.m. and it says now I can't even remember the number. 636, right? 636. 6.36 by 7/9. What's the 7/9? 7/9 is Wednesday. Yep, that's it. Okay. 7/9/25. All right, just for fun, let's see what happens. Sometimes these work out. That's the technique that I would use either way. Oh, the MACD is just turning, hasn't crossed positive. Yes, if it does cross positive, then I feel much more comfortable with it. Stochastic's lagging, on balance volume is lagging. Only the fabulous 914 is really strong. So let's just keep that in. I'll make it a little faded so it doesn't become the predominant thing here. And I didn't even change the font because I was in caps. All right, doesn't matter. There we go. All right, that's that. And the key support right now is at 544. And it's at 587. All right, next question came in. Did that. So I wanted to do this. CLF. Yeah, so this is Cleveland Cliffs rolled steel, trading at 879, 880 right now. Peak. Oh, this is very important. I always talk about gaps. I have different theories about gaps down, gaps up. But look at this. It gapped up from the low that was made right there on the 30th. This is CLF, Cleveland Cliffs Inc., rolled steel. Has a low of 563 on the 30th of May. And the next day, it gaps up. The low is 696. Fabulous action. That is really important. And look at this. A, B, it's in leg C. Oh, I must make a note of this. I don't know what we'll do with it now because it's a little extended. But when it breaks to the downside, like this in a consistent way, it doesn't gap down. This is not a Chapman wave volume price climax. This is just a steady move to the downside, and then a news-related thing that breaks to the downside after the gap, and then breaks to the upside, and then it's just making higher highs. It's at two prices below the gap low, and all the other prices are the big prices on the upside. This is really good, and it says it should tackle the high of the 2nd of May at 919. I can't remember what the question was. Oh, could I just look at it? 919, and it should do that. Let's do the same thing again. Let's just see if this can work. So I would normally go to the candles over there, but I'm just going to go to the higher one right there, and I'm going to say I have to go to a particular candle because you can't go to the low. You've already surpassed that in time. And this is a little aggressive as far as I'm concerned, but I'm going to do it because that would be the first test of resistance. No, that's way too quick. That says by the 7th? Nah. I'm going to have to go to the next candle. I could do that, but I'm not going to. I'm going to be a little more conservative. I'm going to go to that candle right there, and I'm basing it on this Chapman wave inside wedge target repellent line going perfectly up. There you are. Okay, I feel that the same thing by the 9th. By next week, we should be getting there. So let's see. Now I have no choice but to go from there, click to there, and it goes horizontal and hits that line exactly, I hope. Yep, there it is. Perfect. Okay, that says by the 9th. Another one, by the 9th, this is trading at 876. By the 9th, it should try to tackle the 919. That's quite a way. 919 high. I'm going to type it in. Someone remind me. 9.19. Okay. Now I'm going to write this down for next week. I'll have to turn the page, and we'll go to next week. Next week, CLF to 9.19 by 7/9/25. And what was the other one that we were looking at? Oh, no. Am I going to remember that? I'll remember AGEN. All right, an AGEN. 2, I'm not going to put it in now. I'm just going to put the same. Okay, good. We'll look at it next week. Oh, we've got a break. And we've only got one more segment left, and it's such an exciting day. But I am going to tell you, I'm getting a little cautious here because Robinhood is now down 4.77. Not a big deal. I'm just saying, I'm looking at this and I think if the Dow tags, or it doesn't even have to go to the all-time high, but in this area, if it gets that double top, and reverses, I gotta monitor that closely. I'll be right back.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Hi folks, we're back. Last segment. Let me just do this real quickly. So first of all, incorrect. I looked at the Galaxy Global is a crypto stock. It just had that crypto look. I don't know what was it going on there. But yeah, so whatever I said price-wise applies. The fact that I misnamed it doesn't really matter. The fact also is that I needed to quickly look at Bitcoin, because Bitcoin has broken that Chapman Wave inside track repellent zone. It's up 10 at 110,295. I just think it's in a very nice area. It's in this rectangle area. It's trying to test the, if it closes over 112, I think it'll retest that previous high for the third time, the 113,000s. But right now, I think it's trading very nicely. It's in a kind of a deciding what to do next range. So the next question came in as target. So I like Target. I go to Target very often, just odds and ends and things like that. But the chart has just been horrible. And I think a couple of Targets I've been to, they've really improved the lighting and all that. That's got nothing to do with the stock. Stock's done terribly, but it is a leg C in the daily chart. Let me just put this in, and I'll do a little more work on, and Monday I'll come back to it. If you're in it, I would just say keep holding it, but if it goes at 104 right now, if it closes under 102, it's just kind of stuck. It's probably going to drift lower. Right now, it's more or less drifting higher. So I do like that action, but I don't love the action. I'm just saying what it's done, it's got a lot of repair work to do. So this is not a stock that it's had a fabulous move. I don't know if we can have another 10, 12-point move like this. But I do think it's holding very well. So I'll do a little more work, and I'll put it in my notes here to look at it again. Right now, if you're looking to go long, I'd hold off at least another day. Let me do some work. And it's not that it can't rally. It's just got a lot of resistance with candles on the left side. So with that, I'm going to say, so the Dow very close to an all-time high. That's fabulous. We are still long. We haven't added a short. We have a position today to short if certain things happen. They have not happened at all, and that's good. So with that said, check out my opening call daily newsletter. We've had some real nice positions.